Hi, my name is Madeline Hall, and today I'm going to be presenting on AZ hives, also known as Slovenian hives, and how they are becoming introduced to the U.S. I'm going to cover three things: the history behind the hives, how the hives work, and the benefits of the hives. AZ hives originated in Slovenia, which is a country in Central Europe, and they have been keeping bees there for over 1,000 years. They've been the leading education of beekeeping in Europe and have produced many great beekeepers, including the creator of the AZ hive, Anton Zinderczyk. In Slovenia, it's no surprise that beekeeping is done a little differently than it is done in the US. Actually, the national honeybee is the Apis mellifera carnica, which is different from the Italian honeybee because they are object-oriented, meaning they're less likely to drift, and they're also less likely to rob. And they also do better in winter environments, which is what kind of Slovenia is known for. They have a really long, cold winter and a short, hot summer. So they overwinter really well in small clusters, and they can build up really fast in the spring. They have the longest tongue, which makes their harvest more varied. And the Slovenians claim that this crop, because they can harvest so many more flowers, it makes better honey, and also that the honey has more medicinal purposes. So it's no wonder that the Slovenians created their hives to benefit the Apis mellifera carnica. These hives are closer together because these bees won't drift as easily and they won't rob. And because it gets colder and stays cold for a really long time, it's important to keep the bees in a nice, close environment. So here we can see the traditional AZ hive up here from Slovenia, and then down here is the original American AZ hive made by Drubyville Hives. We'll get to that in a bit, but the AZ Slovenian hive, this is what the inside looks like once you open the cabinet. They have these frames, or these covers to hold the frames together, and then they have a feeder down here. And then you can slide the queen excluder out. Right here is where it is. And these frames are just like in the AZ style, but these ones are actually from the bottom hives, and they are Langstroth sized. So the big question is, why should we switch over to the AZ hives? So not only is it kind of difficult to switch over once you have a setup going, it's also different size. So the AZ frames are a different size than the Langstroth hives frame or Langstroth frame sizes. So this kind of affects beekeepers who already have a bunch of equipment. So Drubyville Hives has made a product that combines the AZ hive with the Langstroth sizes, which really helps the current beekeepers kind of switch over to this new method. Also, a really good reason to switch is that when doing basic beekeeping duties, it's less stressful for the bees. So when you're examining the frames, since you're coming from the back of the hive and you're pulling the frames out instead of up, it's just much less stressful, and extracting honey is easier, and inspecting the hive, you don't actually really have that many troubles. They claim that you don't even need to smoke the hives or suit up. So also the shed makes it a very nice temperature controlled environment, and there's less access to predators because that is a little more secure. For the beekeepers, there's definitely the no smoke needed and the no suit up needed. And then there's easy containment for moving and storing your bees. If AZ hives are going to make it in America, I think that there's definitely going to be some problems that arise. One is going to definitely be making AZ hives affordable and accessible, because there is only Drubyville Hives that has the Langstroth and AZ hive conversion, and then the only other way to get an AZ hive is from Slovenia. How the other subspecies will react to the setup, because it is a very Apis mellifera carnica oriented hive setup. There's difference in the sales of both honeybees, bee equipment, and commercial honeybee that can be affected. So I think that in conclusion, AZ hives are an old tradition in Slovenia that has swept the US into a frenzy, but I'm not sure if it will last very long because of just the lack of research that it has accompanied it.